Hello, warriors and sorcerers. Witcher is here, the professor of all. Today I'm gonna explain why positive thinking is not always working. This is gonna be the story from about 20 years ago, maybe even more, and when I was looking for the jobs. And in my long career, in several jobs, I had noticed an interesting pattern. A long time ago, in late 90s, I graduated from college. It was time before the internet was developed, for those of you who do not remember. Um, so I finished school and I started looking for jobs. I did not have any experience or any useful skills which I could offer to my prospective future employers, and the job market was horrible back then. But I had to find the jobs to pay the bills. And as I said, I didn't have too many skills because, let's be honest, they don't teach you too much useful practical skills in the college. I was living in the small apartment with my mom, which was she was receiving small kind of government money, kind of small benefits because she couldn't work. So we didn't have the internet. Cell phones were only available to rich businessmen, and we did not even have the landline phone. So every day I was getting some small change money from my mom to buy the newspaper, and then I was going to the post office, and I used to make some phone calls from the payphone in the post office just to answer the job adverts in the newspaper. And in that time, I had no idea about the positive thinking, about law of attraction, or any kind of motivational tricks. I only knew that I needed a job and I needed it very badly because I need the money, and I did not have too much to offer for my future employers. But one thing that I learned in the college, it was actually maybe one thing apart from the learning languages. I learned about how to use the critical thinking here. So how to develop your critical thinking. So I came to the conclusion that I had to put about 10 times more effort than the person who has the experience on the job market. And that was it. So I was getting this small change money every day from my mom, who got only this monthly government check because she couldn't work. Um, I bought the newspaper and I was responding to the job ads because we couldn't afford the landline back then. And I was very persistent and I wasn't very fussy about the job. So after after a few days, I just found my first job. The job wasn't a dream job. It was very hard and dirty job. It was some kind of small paint and glue factory. So I hated it, but it paid the bills. Um, the boss paid us in cash, so there was no social insurance, no medical insurance, none of these things. So after that, I had few entry-level jobs in factories, in warehouses, but because I was always like from my early age, I was very aware about how the business works and how the money game works and how the marketing works. I got fed up with getting this low fixed income, yeah, with this hourly wage. So after quitting these entry level jobs, I started applying for the sales jobs because this was in that time the only job which helped me to increase my income. So yeah, I started applying for the sales jobs. Unfortunately, because I did not have the experience, so most of the very well-known, reputable companies rejected me as a candidate. But I have found some new, not very well-known company which accepted me. Maybe because there was not too many candidates who wanted to work for them. But the condition was to work about 2 weeks for free just to prove myself. And I did not have too much to lose. I did not have any offers either, so I agreed. And after trial period, they gave me the job contract, which guaranteed very little base salary, so I could be sure that I get in at least some money, plus sales commission, which is usual in this kind of jobs. And I was required to do at least 6 sales appointments per day, but I knew that I was not a good salesman, so I needed to do more just to balance my incompetence. And so I did about 10, sometimes 12 appointments a day. Also, I had this mentality because the job market was hard, everything was hard back then. I had this mentality that everyone is going after me. So I worked like a crazy. I studied competition, I studied products, services in the industry, and it helped me a lot. Fast forward to 6 months, I started making some decent sales and started making decent money. After 1 year, I become some kinds of quote-unquote sales superstar in the company. As I remember, I was, I think, in the second place in the ranking among about 40 salesmen. So it was quite achievement. And the question is, did I use the positive thinking? I think no. I rather use the efficient thinking, because I wasn't sitting and waiting for something magically happen. Yeah, you might be thinking that it's only me who has this kind of experience, but I can assure you that most of the efficient and successful business owners, sales managers who I met, and because of this job, because it was kind of business to business sales, they had similar approach. Because successful people, they are not the ones who think the universe will take care of everything. Yeah? There are other people who think hope for the best by be prepared for the worst. So basically, so-called positive thinking person is even in the worse position than the average person, because the average person believes that some work needs to be done in order to achieve some goal. But this kind of positive thinking zombies thinks that things will magically happen without doing any work. So that's it for today, my friends, about positive thinking. Thank you.